Look at this mess.
Oh, there you go.
Busy on the sprocket.
See, you did this before.
There we go. That's why they wouldn't go on. So. Well, it's you've heard me speak a few times this month or this year of being not behind, but not as far as I'd like to be going into perhaps a harsher winter. They say we're going to get a fair bit of snow, but snow doesn't mean cold here. But we've got a lot of wood, but I don't have as much wood as I would like to have. Let's just say bone dry stuff. I mean, I've got lots of wood and this is seasoned. Like we're laughing, to be honest with you, friends. We do have wood. We're loving it. But I'm just used to having there's 2 cord there. There's another cord going there today. That's going to be empty. I'll throw another deuce in there. We work on that this year. Over there we're working on that and this. And obviously the one in the middle that's getting picked on. But it's about 1 o'clock and I'm heading to Root Rots. And I'm gonna do a couple things today. For firewood, guys, I like to show little things that I do to save a little bit of hand bombing. And there's nothing wrong with hand bombing, friends. It's firewood, it's good for you. Get out there, you know, but whenever I can, I will rope something out and pull it. But I don't start pulling on stuff. I don't use chains and chokers. I used to years ago, depending on what I was doing, like for different kinds of rigging. But for pulling logs, I use 3/4 inch and 1 inch rope, marine rope, because you actually get 2 pulls. I got a great big chunk of it right there. I use all kinds of different ropes. I like ropes because of the stretch. It goes easy on the truck. It doesn't jerk and break bumpers. It stretches and gives you kind of all kinds of options with rope. Excuse me, you just got to know your knots. So it's one we're going over. It gets darker earlier, but the sun's still up. I'm shooting for, so we'll throw a load on. I'm going to get there, load the wood right away, load the wood. And then I'm going to lock in the hubs because I got a new U-joint in this thing. And I'm going to see if I can creep that big log out at Root Rot Ronnie's. We'll probably buck a little bit of it. Yeah, with a fresh grind on the old ram horn. I love that power saw. And I brought a Mac, a 70, Super Pro 70 from the Tin Man. I've been hankering for Macs lately, but when I'm working with these new power saws that Iron Horse gives me, friends, there's nothing like when you got time's not on your hands and you got to get work done. There's nothing like a rip roaring. Those X-Torque saws never really did nothing for me. Anyway, lots to come. I'll see you over at Root Rots. Look at my wife. She knows I haven't eaten anything today, so she throws a sandwich and some water for me. A good woman. Okay, 2 power saws, some gas and oil, and my sides. I just throw them in and I lean them up as we go. Okay, that's it. Just gas and oil. And away we go. I don't need anything else. I wasn't even gonna bring a wood hook today, to be honest. But you know what? I think I might just bring one wood hook. I do enjoy having them with me. They're kind of nifty. So we'll just grab Mr. Woodhook. Okay, so you can see where the tree came from. We're at Root Rots, but we're out on the road here. Okay, and the fir tree almost came to the road. You can see it here. So here it is. So it's still quite a large piece of wood, and it's got limbs all over it, which will fight me pulling it, right? But let's scanter in here. See, this is a really nice firewood, friends. It's been up in the air, look. You see what I'm saying? So, but there's still quite a good chunkaroni of it in there. And if I'm gonna pull it, I mean, it'll pull. I'll have to debone it though. I'll have to debone it. So we'll go in, put weight on the truck. It is a bit of a tough pull there. I'm almost better to pull out, friends. No, I'm not kidding you. I'm almost better to pull it out. So, and I'm literally right here. You see what I'm saying? But do I want to be cutting out on the road? Really? Not really, to be honest. There's a ditch here and stuff, so I would rather it go back in. So let's go in. There. This is where bull low is very handy. So there's wood. We'll get some weight on the truck and see if we can't. You see, this is the stick, friends. Hey, Ronnie! Not bad. You, bud?
Good.
I think we're probably going to lose some of that stuff, Ron, you know. That stuff that's been down a while. But that's what happens. All right. Well, some of this is pretty rough. And there's some stuff, friends, that is actually pretty nice. That being one
This
of them.
is that pile we drive by every time we come in,
Ron said
friends.
I
It's
could
been
get
there a
the
long
tractor
time.
down,
Ronnie
friends.
just threw a tarp over it. We're going to try and give some to the
That's
neighbors.
exactly right. So, but I knew you probably knew that. Okay. Sounds good. Friends, I gotta tell you, I know I speak of these, but there's something about this particular hook, Grippo, okay? It's the way they're designed. They're designed to grab the wood and hold the wood. See, like that? They're just, I love these. And when you're just out having fun and you want to get something done and you don't, like I'm literally at a wood pile. Look at my stance. Look at my stance. But the thing is with these is you can throw stuff. You can't do that with a pickaroon, a long-handled pickaroon. You can't do it. It's awkward as heck. You can, but you kind of, here, I'll show you what you do with a pickaroon. Here's what it's like with a pickaroon. You see what I mean? It's just different, okay? So every time I show these, people are like, yeah. And then others are like, oh, I use a pickaroon. Well, yes, so do I. So do I for certain stuff, but not this particular task. Once it starts getting up here, this is when we need our pickaroon, right? You get your pickaroon up here and away you go, see? You just stand here and do this. If you've got your pickaroon designed, you don't have to hit the wood that hard, friends. Trust me on that one. You can flick this way, you can flick any way, you can loosen and throw. This, you can actually go like this. I'm about, let's see, 8 feet from the truck. Right? And the nice thing about this, friends, is you're not grabbing huge pieces of wood and trying to grip something with a wide open hand. I've only done that a million times. This is lovely. These are a wonderful, wonderful tool. I think you guys call them paw hooks or something. Well, friends, we're half loaded here. There's been a fair bit of splitting involved as well. I leave this last one here by my, if your pickup's kind of high, friends, you know what I mean? If your pickup's high, just leave a round at the side of the truck. Show you one of the best knots in the world, friends, right here, right now. This is one of the best knots any tree guy will ever show you. Guaranteed, without a doubt. This is it. This is a knot for every person to know. Just gonna put that there. Okay. You can do a series of wraps if you want, but okay, that's that. You can leave this here. Just leave your bow line right wide like that. Now go around here like this, friends, right? Not hard on the, get close to the freaking pole or you're gonna bust your wood. Like this, right? Now you come through this again. Just come through here. Come through your knot. See that? You don't need much. Look what happens. See that? I'll straighten that right out. Just like that. See that? Now, just go around here again. You can actually just close it off right here. Right like that. Called a poor man come along. That's it. All I'm doing is closing it off here, friends. That's it. Look at this. Tight, tight, tight. It's a running bow line. That's all it is. All that rope goes up there. Stiff. Now, this is completely straight. Takes the pressure off of everything. We rock. Yeah, like it's dead square there.
I think some
Let's
folks
see.
are the name for it is a
deadly,
bowling on a
deadly.
bite, I believe.
Got it.
Don't quote me, but
that's what you do, friend.
just a bunch of
So I'm gonna
jargon you
finish
pick up through
stacking.
the years.
I might even
As
leave.
a
I might
jippo
even leave. Oh yeah, that's just deadly.
Logger
I don't
tree
care who you
service
are and where
dude.
you're from. Look at that. Flabango. What time's your dad get off work? Where does he work? Where's he taking his holidays? And who's your daddy? Come on, friends, Aroni. You see? Hello. Yeah, and those sides aren't part of the truck. They're just laid in there. Flap, laid up from the side. I travel with them in the bed. I started doing that this year because I'm getting more wood. Now here's another scenario I want you to think about. Because we're tying onto this log and we're locked in. We got the hubs locked in. We're gonna go dress that out right now, and then we're gonna pull it out. We're pulling this log out. But here's the issue. When we leave, we're in a hole right there. Did you see the truck when I pulled in? It was like this. So I'm going to dip. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to dip, and that's hard on the truck, especially loaded. Okay? So I'm actually going to throw a few pieces of wood to keep this end of the truck up. You got what I'm saying?
Okay, friends, so watch what happens here. I just showed you that. You see how I fell in that hole? So I actually come back another 4 or 5 feet. But when I leave, I'll be on the move, right? Then I go in the dip, and the whole load and everything shifts. So I'll show you what we do.
I don't need to film it, but I'll show it to you after I'm done. All right, there we go. So it's a nice little runaway. See that? Just because I'm telling you, friends, it's hard on the trucks. You know, it's a 3/4 ton. It's not a 1 ton. It's a pickup. You know, and we got a Jag on there. There's already a cord of wood on the truck. Okay, I'm gonna stack a little bit more, and I might leave that last row for power saws, or not. I don't know yet. Okay, friends, I got the load down. I left myself. I do this once in a while, depending on what kind of a load I get and what I'm doing. I've got a very nice load of firewood. It's definitely a cord, even with this space down. It's a cord. Remember what we did the other day where we stacked it, friends, and we counted it at the house, and it was like 131 cubic feet. Well, we have something similar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows with a bit of space at the back. If you remember, in the Merc, I have my big, huge thing, my big toolbox, which is actually twice that width. So there's probably over a cord here. But what I've done is I've actually wrapped it around itself like a compartment. See that? See the ropes? They go in, around. So it's because I'm going to pull. I'm going to jerk the truck a bit. And that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to jerk the truck. So I don't want the pile jerking around. So this is one big cube tied together with the rope. Now I'm going to grab my power saw, and I'm going to go bone this tree out and bone all the limbs off it so it doesn't fight me. And I'm going to see if I can pull the sucker out in 4x4 with this load of wood on it.
Good morning, friends. So it's interesting. I hope you're well this morning. I hope everybody's doing well and living in faith and love and not fear and dismay. And there is a choice. Please remember that. You have a choice, friends, to think about whatever you want to think about. So remember, we are our own problems. It's not the world. The world is going to do what the world's going to do. And all you have control of is who you're going to be in regards to it. So the blame game has never worked. It's only slowed down man's progress. And woman and child. So as I sit here and build this video for you folks, I think about prep. And I think about get your prep on, right? Get your prep on. And I've done this for so many years. And I've been in this scenario where I'm out in the bush and it's getting dark and I start trying to take little shortcuts. I'll just rope it up and jerk on it. And no, because you got 3 bones that when that tree fell, drove into the ground. And if you think you're pulling that out, you know what I mean? Just get your prep on. The 10 or 15 minutes you'll say, prepping, whether it be doing what I'm doing right now or whatever the escapade is, chopping, making a salad, prep. It's all in the prep. If you skip those steps and you go to do the finale and something goes wrong, how long is that going to take you to fix? Right? It's like the guy that runs the dull power saw or the guy that tries to cut through the log all the way to the ground because he thinks he's super duper power saw man. When the guy beside him cuts 3/4 of the way through the log all the way down until he finds a space of air, and then he bucks it and drops the log and then rolls it and finishes bucks with an underbuck. And he's sharp. He just finished bucking 2 cords of firewood and he hasn't touched a file because of his prep. I can't stress the importance of getting your prep on in anything in life. But in this genre, or out in the bush, prep is everything. Did I say prep?
It's a long log. It's about a half a cord of wood. So it's about 2,000 pounds. So I'm just gonna chase in there and bone it out. Okay, so she's boned out. It'll definitely come easier now than it would have if we didn't do that. Right? Let's go get our rope. I'm just gonna run a bowline. I'm just gonna run a bowline off it. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you something. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna do this. I'm telling you, friends, it's all in the prep. You could make a teeny little move. You could make one little move that saved your can, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a roll on the choker and I'm gonna put my rollers out. I might as well just leave those rollers there, those logs, those chunks of firewood. Okay, but actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to retie that. I'm going to tie this is a big log, friends, like a big log.
So just so you know, hands down, with all the little tricks and little things I've done here today, prep I'm talking about, by far, this is one of the most important keys to this whole successful move here, is this move that I'm doing right now, the roll on the choker. This is a logger's move that's been done for eons. And this is it. This move right here. That's why I'm sharing it with you.
Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Now, is it the right way? No, it's not. It's the wrong way. But that's easy to fix. Check it out. Shoo, fixed. Yeah, you see what I mean? Here, I'll show you. I want it to roll the log. Whoa, where am I going? Here. Okay, so I'm gonna retie at the truck. I forgot about that. See this, friends? So it's a running bow line. So what'll happen now, to just pull on this log straight, I'm not even pulling straight. I'm kind of pulling on an angle. So what I'm hoping to get to happen, I'm gonna get a roll happening. And that means, so when it decides to pull, so if I start back like this, look at this, friends. Okay, there. You see what's gonna happen? It's gonna pull. It's gonna roll. And I'm gonna jump in the truck and see what happens. Let's see.
Okay, friends, I'm going to voice over. Watch the slack in the rope and listen. Little jerk, little test. See, just tested it. Right? Watch again. Boom. Little test, just to see if she'll come. I'm not whamming anything. There we go, little jerk. Keep it rolling, off the clutch, and just keep moving. Like, Nothing was, no jerking, no busting up anything.
All that prep, you see, it started to move, and do you know why it moved? Because it rolled. See, here's what I was talking about. Okay, here you go. See those knobs poking right in the ground? Those are the ones that I rolled out of the ground when I first started the roll. That's why you put a roll on your choker. See all these? Don't tell me those weren't dug square straight in the ground. They were. So was that. So all those were in the ground, friends. All of these. Look at them all. You can't get at them. And I cut that down too, because it was screwing me. Done. I'm telling you right now, I freaking love 4x4s. I hurt nothing. I didn't jerk or do anything to anything, friends. That load on there is solid as a rock. I'll show you. Let's go look at it, right? Instead of just hooking up and ramming. The nice thing about a rope is you can just jerk things. Just jerk, and see. I don't ram stuff. I don't do it. I'm not a rammer when it comes to this. Look at this. Here's where the concern was, right here, when you're pulling wood like that. See? That's why I secured my load. It's a cube. This is this one big cube of wood. I'm extremely happy with the outcome. That's a half a cord of wood right there, guaranteed, maybe more. I just been doing this stuff for so long, friends. It's just, get your prep on. Get your prep on. Look at it, straight. The wood is straight. The wood is straight, everything's straight. Hey, nothing, no hurtsy-purtsy, nothing hurt the truck. And we got the log out of the bush. So now I'll buck this, and I'm gonna buck it right now a little bit because I wanna test my saw. And I'll probably buck to about there, and then I'll hook up and pull again. And we'll have this whole freaking tree in.
Well, well, well. Here we are again at the end of a video, friends. That was fun. What a fun time that was. I've been at root rots and then doing little tree jobs here and there, having such a blast. It's colder, but it's not terrible. You'll see me in long sleeves now, and you might even see a set of gloves come out. My little cotton fallers gloves might come out soon. I'm getting better on the square ground chain. I like my square ground. Prepping logs. I do more firewood at root rots coming up. We're going to prep that big rotten pile that I showed we're going to get that for maybe the neighbors ready or people who are in need of firewood. I might even bring some home, just a little bit of insurance for dry firewood. Who knows what our winter is going to be like? So I may get some of that home. Ron's good for this year. We're good. Brian's good. My old man's good. You know, we're good. We're set up. So, but we do this all year. I do it all year. I don't wait to September for the magical wood fairy to show up and make a call and go, hey, you got any dry wood? Don't make that mistake, friends. You should be, if you got a piece of property and you're out there and you've got your family and your wife and your kids, you want to have your wife set up if you're not there for kindling and fire starter and all the small, just the whole step to make it all nice and easy and keep things cozy in the home. So thanks for watching, friends. Be honest and work hard. And most of all, be kind. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. And we're going to run that freaking saw. We're going to buck up that log that I just pulled out. I was hoping to get to it on this video. It's going to be too long. I'll run the 70. Tin Man's freaking 70. It's wicked. We got a lot of good content coming. We'll see you there. Over and out, friends. Be kind.